All right. We are live on YouTube. What's up, YouTube? What's up, everyone? Oh my God, this is something that I really wanted to talk for a little while. I know it was the finale was on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. So I really wanted to
Mhm,
talk about the boys. So we're going to be here talking about the boys, talking about
mhm.
what did we think of the show, the of course the finale, the show in general, and the 5 seasons. Also, what we liked about it, and in the end, we're gonna have like a little trivia question. So let's see if these gentlemen know. It's gonna be like so. Basically, I'm going to tell you a line, and you have to tell me who said that line.
Okay.
So that's gonna be good.
All right.
So
Uh-oh.
with that said, people, I'm going to present the squad, the boys. Actually, we are the boys today. Like legit, we're five, so that's great. So I have Toby here with a new look. What's up, Toby? How are you doing, man?
Hello. Hello. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I heard you watch Obsession.
Oh, I got. Oh, mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
Is there
traumatized.
something you're obsessed with lately?
Um. Um. You put me on the stop. I don't know.
Damn. Okay. You know what? Save it for the Obsession live stream because yes, guys,
Yeah.
I think I said this in Luke's channel, but so basically at the end of the month, since we have like a big we have some huge horror movies that came in really good horror movies. We're going to do like a spoiler discussion of all the horror movies that, or at least the main six that came this year, and we're going to talk about those fantastic horror movies. So you know what, save it for that one, all right?
All right.
But yeah, but now at least you know it. So TJ, also you're gonna know like what are you obsessed with, for the next stream. Also with Mike and Joel, if you guys watch yeah, Joel, you watch horror movies, right, Joel?
I
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
Sometimes.
perfect.
Hmm.
All right, so perfect. You're gonna see the same squad and probably others too joining. So yeah, thank you so much, Toby, for being here. Also, we have Mikey, who's
What's up?
driving right now, driving, picking some food, but he's still here. So go, guys. All of these people are great content creators. You should definitely go and subscribe to their channel because they work their asses for you guys. Look, Mikey's even on the road. Man. I don't know if if it's legal, at least here in Canada. I don't know if it's legal to be streaming and driving, but look.
About streaming and driving, but I mean, calling and driving is fine here.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah, true,
Yeah.
true. Yeah, you're right. All right. So how are
And I
you doing,
think.
Mikey? How's it going, man?
I'm doing all right. Just had an exhausting day opening pool today, so that was interesting. But other than that, I've been good, man. How about you?
Good, good. Yeah, me too. Exhausting day, honestly.
Yeah.
I had to take a little nap because I was a bit dead, but I'm excited to talk about the boys tonight.
Hell
Mike, I
yeah.
So
think you
thank you,
had
Mike,
a.
Mikey, for joining. Then we have also Mr. TJ. How are you doing, my man?
Pretty well, pretty well. Thank you so much for having me on the show, Jason. Really appreciate it. But doing pretty well. Not too bad for a Monday evening. Almost
Yeah,
said Sunday. Feels like a Sunday, but it's Monday.
yeah, I know. Oh my god. Yeah, me too. I was like, oh my god, is it Sunday? Like, yeah, yep. But no, yeah, we're starting Monday. We're starting. I'm like, you know what? Let's start at least in a good note with, yeah, a good live stream will be good. Talking with the boys, just hanging out and say whatever we want. Like Homelander, we can do whatever the fuck we want. No, no. So yeah, thank you so much, TJ, for being here once again on the channel. TJ was here for the first time in the channel for the movie tournament, so I'm actually glad that he's back once again. And yeah, and speaking of people that are new to the channel, so this gentleman, I tried my best to put him in the channel, but schedule conflict. But now we
Yes.
finally have him. So Joel, how's it going, man?
I'm doing well. Thank you so very much for inviting me, thinking of me, and yeah, we've had different schedules, different
Yeah,
technical issues, and we finally made it work. I'm here.
I know, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, finally,
Happy.
finally. Yeah, I was
Happy
like,
to
yo,
be
you know
here.
what, Joel? It's been a long time. I'm like, Joel, I need him on the channel as well. So it's finally good to finally meet you and see you
Yes.
and listen
Yeah.
to you. So yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, all right. So thank you so much for letting people so for presenting you. Like I said, people, I'm going to leave their links in the description down below. I didn't do it yet, but I'm going to after the stream. Honestly, it's been just a very busy weekend, but yeah. So with that said, guys, like I want to take like maybe like 5 minutes, 5 7 minutes ish. Can you guys tell me like without spoiling, and then we're gonna go into spoiler because I want to do like a video about this, like spoiler wise. No, sorry, spoiler free wise, and I'm going to put it on YouTube later. But yeah, so does someone wants to start? Like, can you tell us what did you think of season 5 without spoiling, just spoiler free, and then we're going to go really deep into spoiler territory.
I guess
Is,
I'll
is
go
anyone?
first.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, TJ.
Yeah, and everyone can hear me good, right? No weird muffle sound.
No.
Yes,
Yeah, perfect.
I connected to my AirPods. We're good. All right, perfect. So, all in all, for the final season, it's been a very strange one, to put it nicely. I think this is one of the more weaker seasons of the entire show, and I love the show as a whole. But I think this definitely it's an upgrade compared to season 4, but it's still not as good as season 1 through 3. This is one of those seasons where the premiere was fantastic and the finale was also fantastic, but the journey getting there was kind of like up and down. It had its highs and it had its lows, but I think one of the biggest issues that it kind of didn't know how to wrap up. I knew it wasn't going to wrap up everything with one season left, so that was my biggest concern. And quite frankly, as I predicted, it didn't, right? But I can't sit up here and pretend I wasn't entertained. I mean, all the Homelander scenes, the conflict between, Butcher, Ryan, and Homelander, Kamiko and Frenchie, their love, well, I almost said love scene, but rather than more the love interest between the two, right? And I definitely I wish the season had focused more on since he's one of my more personal favorite characters. But I think all in all, this season, like I said, it's been a strange one, but I do believe that it did deliver as far as his finale and his premiere. But everything in between was kind of like, you either like it or you don't like it.
Yeah.
So I can't say the season as a whole was terrible. It's just not as good as his predecessor seasons. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty much where I stand.
Mhm.
All right. Before we go, I just wanted to say hi to our buddy Luke. What's up, Luke? How are you doing, man? So nice to see you, Luke.
Luke.
Yo, what up, Luke?
Well, I'm going to continue with you on that. Yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying. I think, yeah, like I said, without spoiling, like in general, I I cannot lie and say I didn't enjoy this season. Like it's still the boys, it's still the essence of the boys, it's still characters that I do enjoy seeing on screen. And yeah, the final episode, like people were really afraid. I thought it was actually decent. I thought it was what it should have been without taking risk. I think it was a final that um yeah, it was just yeah, it's just not taking risk and just do what people thought you would. Like it was very predictable, but it was still good. But yeah, like you said, it's how we ended there that it was just messy for me sometimes, and especially some characters were kind of wasted, and it was really a promotion for another show that's coming soon, Vought Rising. So I was just like, yeah, those are the parts I'm like, I don't understand what happened here. And also, we're gonna talk later on, but there's another show that they kind of mess up, Gen V. So I'm like, yeah, I don't understand. It's like there's something that was missing there, but in general terms, like me too, I had fun with this. I'm going to miss the boys, honestly. It could have been good for a season 6, but yeah, maybe looking at the writing, maybe it was good to end it now. So yeah. What about you, Toby? What did you think of this season 5?
Oh yeah, I agree with most of y'all because like this season as a whole is like is okay for me. Like I don't know what happened because a lot of it just felt really really rushed. Um, and a lot of these scenes, like I'm going to talk about it later, but if a random character gets another person's power, or I'm going to say, so it's like that just came out of nowhere. A lot of things like that just came out of nowhere, and I'm just like sitting there like, what is happening? Why is happening? But again, the finale, I think, is quite good. But the steps we took, like leading up to the finale, was where things like went downhill.
Yeah. All right. Joel, what about you?
So I'm gonna take you guys back to season 3 and 4. I that was like the it for me. I thought season 3 and 4 really went all in with the politics, and I just didn't like that. This, a lot of the plots were were it was like heavily season 3 and 4 were heavily invested with politics, and I just wasn't into it. Um, I was actually I wasn't planning on even watching season 5. I think it was just like a last minute decision, and I think a lot of stakes were up in the air as far as like what's going to happen, how is this show going to wrap up with each and every character. And uh, throughout each episode, I just after watching season 5 completely, it's just like, really, I mean, this is the best you guys can do. I felt like they ran out of ideas. um and the finale was so underwhelming, and there was a couple posters that were out too, and I think the two posters were misleading as well, because you had Homelander on, hovering above the White House, and you
Yep.
had this other scene like there was about to be a big all out battle, but in fact it was the opposite. You had this wrestling match within the White House Oval Office, and I just by then I just like, okay, let's wrap this up. There's like less than 30 minutes left. Nothing's big gonna happen. Um, as far as like people saying, they should have stuck to like the source material of the comic books, they should have. I mean, there could have been more focus on some better ideas from the comic books. Um, uh, I didn't care for the side plot with Frenchie and that girl. I didn't really care for their sweet love and their future plans. Um, I think there could have been a better. Oh, I got tired of seeing Homelander and his like back and forth bickering with his dad. What's the guy's name?
Soldier
Um,
Boy.
Soldier Boy. There you go. And going into this season, I was like, okay, I could have sworn because I watched V Gen V, and that ending, I thought that was gonna tie into the beginning going into season 5, and that didn't happen. I'm like, okay, where are the Gen V characters? Because I enjoyed the hell out of Gen V. I like the raunchiness comedy. That was totally up my alley. And as far as the humor in season 5 was very hit and miss, which was lacking compared to previous seasons. And it didn't work for me. A lot of things, more negatives than positives. It's just I'm it's over. It is what it is. So yeah, those are my thoughts.
All right. Thank you, Joel, for that. Before I go with Mikey, I just wanted to say hi, Tennis. How are you doing, man? Yeah, we got the all stars in the house. Yeah, man, this is all stars, bro. And like I said, prepare yourself, guys, because I have more people coming for the horror showdown, man. We're going actually to rank them, like who did it better to worse, like so just for you to know, it's 20 years late. 20 years later, the Bone Temple. I believe it's Primate as well. And then we have the four goats of supposedly the four goats of the month: Obsession, Backrooms,
Mhm.
Passengers, and
Hokum.
I'm missing one. Hokum. Hokum. Am I missing a horror movie?
I don't think so. No.
I think those were the six that people were saying that they're like fantastic of the year, right? Or at least the six that were presumed to be like the big six, no? Of the
Wait,
horror
someone said
movie.
Primate was peak. Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah, I heard it was really. I haven't watched Primate yet, but I heard it was really good.
I haven't
Oh,
seen
it's
Passenger.
it's something. It's
I haven't seen
something.
It
Passenger.
Really?
what?
I want to watch it. I want to watch it.
Passenger
So
was
put it-
not great. I'll just tell you that right
That's
now.
what I heard.
but
That's
There
what I
you
heard.
go.
I like
It's got
all
its
of
moments, but I wouldn't call it peak.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Because like
got its
when I
moments.
watched the reviews, everyone is saying like it was the horror movie. Well, it was the horror movie of the year. Was January, but
It has,
still, like it was like
It
people
has
were
its
saying it
moments.
was amazing. But
It's
I don't know.
clever.
I haven't
It's
watched
clever.
it yet.
clever, you know.
But you see already, guys, we're having already discussions of Primate. So you see, you know what we're going to get into when we're gonna do the showdown of those horror movies. So it's gonna be a great live stream. I'm gonna let you know when it's gonna be because I don't have a specific date. Oh, Mikey, I lost Mike.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, I'll let you know for that. Yeah, how is everyone doing? We're doing great, man. Thank you for being here, Tennis. Also, by the way, go subscribe to Tennis. He has really some amazing content. He loves to do a lot of movie reviews. And he's such a nice guy. Primate was all right. Okay. One time watch only. Damn, what? Bro, they really sold me. It's like the peak horror of the year. I don't know. Yo, maybe those all right. I'm gonna watch
I'm
it. I'm gonna watch it. I can't wait to see if I really missed something or it was just okay.
Yeah, I'm saving my thoughts for that if I'm joining.
All right. Damn. Okay. All right. And lastly, what about you, Mr. Mikey, the driver?
Am I in here? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you're here. Yeah.
Okay,
you're here.
cool. Okay, Coast. For some reason, it says I'm backstage, but I don't know.
No.
Anyway,
you're here, bro.
yeah.
So yeah, what
Okay,
about you,
so
Mikey? What
cool.
did you think of the
Um,
finale
it's-
and the season overall?
Yeah, so personally, I mean, I dug the first couple of episodes of the season. Albeit there was some weird directions taken, and it felt like they were rushing and dragging at the same time to, reference Whiplash, of course. But I feel like the first couple episodes were really solid, and then it started to drag a lot toward the back half, and I really liked the finale. They left a couple things loose ended that I didn't really love, and it felt like they were kind of rushing to a conclusion when it got to the end of things. But yeah, I ended up really enjoying the season as a whole. Probably a little bit more than season 4, but definitely like not as good as seasons 1 through 3. And honestly, I think I was really thinking about this, and I feel like it would have been probably the best idea to combine season 4 and 5 into one season, because it felt like they were trying to wait before concluding things in season 5, but also just like doing kind of the same thing in season 4, just like waiting for something to happen, kind of just like putting some filler into the show. And I feel like putting those two together would have worked the best personally, but yeah, I think it was a good season and good finale overall. I still think the best episode was by far episode 1. So yeah, that's just me though. Well, not just me, but still.
All right. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for that. So with that, we will conclude the section part of the spoiler free. So no worries, you don't need to get out, guys. No, it's not. We didn't end it. So this is the conclusion of the spoiler free. Now we're going to go into spoilers. And actually, I took some notes of things that you said, guys. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was actually okay. So let's talk about the finale itself. So a lot of people were saying that I've seen online. So I didn't read the comic, but I know what happens in the comics, and I'm pretty sure almost all of you know what happened really in the comics and the finale and everything. So because there's a lot of people that said the comic book really ended poorly, like they didn't like the finale. It's actually very people don't dislike the finale how it ended with the Black Noir thing. I personally love the reveal. I never expected the reveal. Like it really came by a surprise. I do admit that it was just weird how Homelander died immediately and then Black Noir immediately dies as well. So that was kind of like anticlimactic in a certain way. So like, do you think like this finale did it better than the comics? And if so, like, would you have taken something from the comics? Because like for example, in the comics, what was nice was the soup war. Like there was like some soups. Like you had like a little war. So some people were saying this finale felt a bit cheap. So I'll let you discuss, guys. What do you think about the comic finale? Do you think the show was a bit cheap? Well, with just one showdown, you had the Deep and Oh Father, being the soup army.
Yeah, I can jump in on that a little bit. So, as someone who has read the comics, personally, I think the comics are just not great. Like, The
Mhm.
Boys is one of the few shows where the show is actually much better as far as quality compared to the comics. Because,
Okay.
like, looking back at the comics, like, the comics, they kind of suck. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's not good. Because, and the reason being, so, because if you look at the character, right, if you look at the writing of the characters from like the show, they're a lot more fleshed out and a lot more detail that they have some humanity to them compared to like the
Mhm.
characters in the comics. In the comics, they're just a bunch of psychopaths. Like there's nothing really interesting or redeemable about them. And given like what happens to all of the characters, like especially like the boys' characters themselves in the comic, it's like, yo, whoever wrote this, they just don't like superheroes. They just have some type of hate in their heart. That's my takeaway from the comics. So I'm glad the show did something different compared to it because at least the show it ended with some level of hope, but the comics ended in a lot more dread, which I don't mind a dark ending. But the problem is that the journey to that dark ending was kind of like anticlimactic and kind of like, okay, I feel like you just kind of threw shit and just ran with it. That's my
Yeah.
takeaway. So like I said, and I am someone who will defend the finale because it has its flaws. Don't get me wrong. The TV show per se. The TV show finale definitely has its flaws. I will not sit up here and pretend it doesn't, but I rather take that over the way the comics ended. And I was really worried at one point in the finale they were going to go that route, and I was like, "Oh my god, please don't!" I was like, "Okay, they did it. Okay, okay." Because I literally have the comic sitting in my bag. I wish
Damn.
I could get my money back. Won't lie,
Damn.
but
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, for me, like I do agree when they say like it kind of feels a bit cheap because yeah, it would have been good. Like for example, that's where I would have used Gen V characters. Like I don't understand why they didn't show up. And people were saying they didn't show up because like they had plans for season 3. I'm like, the way the script was written, they needed to be there no matter what, if there was a season 3 or not. Like the way they ended Gen V season 2, the way, like that's why I'm like, okay, if you don't want Marie to be fighting Homelander, then maybe I don't know, have like a little soup army, not too much, but like not the deep and oh father, like bro, the fuck, like the deep man. So yeah, in that sense, I kind of agree with that. It felt kind of cheap on the budget, let's say like that. Um, the fight was good. Like I don't know why people are really complaining too much about like, oh, it was poorly executed. No, I thought the fight was good. Like I wish it was a bit longer, but it was okay. I don't know if you guys have seen, like there's like a lot of AI The Boys finale. Like I don't know if you've seen it, guys, but oh my god, some people went insane.
Yeah.
Like I think like people really went exaggerating. Like they really thought Homelander would destroy the earth or something. I knew that would never happen. Like at least not like that. But I do agree that I understand the frustration. Like it could have been longer. It could have been more epic in a sort of way. But yeah, for me, it's still it did the job. Um, I do miss the plot twist of Black Noir. Oh, by the way, we're gonna talk about Black Noir later because my god. But yeah, so I kind of do miss that plot twist. But in the end, I think they did something solid, but it could have been better. Yeah, like I said, for me the finale is good, but it's not extraordinary. It's not Game of Thrones finale, so good for that.
Yep.
But it's not nothing also that I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I'm always going to remember this finale. It's like it was a safe finale. It was the safest finale ever. So people don't get upset. Like you had the death of Homelander, you had the death of, well, you had the death of the other soups. They tried to conclude as much as possible some storylines. There's one that they didn't, and that's where I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah, so that's what I think about the finale. But so yeah, for the comic, I wish they could have taken some stuff of the comic, but I understand why you said like I wish they didn't copy all of the comic at the finale because yeah, the finale is very anticlimactic from the comic book. I haven't read the comic book, but yeah, you're not the first person I heard that they don't really, it's kind of overrated sometimes. They say The Boys the comic, like people think it's the greatest superhero comic, and it's probably not. It's not even close to be. So yeah.
Mm.
What about you, Joel? What the have you had the chance to read the comic, Joel, or you probably know it more from the internet, like
I
me?
have I have not. Yeah, I from someone who used to read comics, not as much anymore. I was never I never read the comic books, The Boys. I don't know how many issues there are, but yeah, back to what you were saying, they played it safe. The finale played the finale safe, and to me, maybe that was my issue with it. It just felt like, the fight between Homelander and Butcher. It just felt so like small, contained, and not. I was expecting it to be this big fight outside of the White House, maybe. Just all over the place, bombastic, but it was just, you know, in an office space, and that's how they decided to, kill off Homelander. And I thought that the main plot have this virus released to kill all the soups. Okay, you guys have a destination, an idea. Let's get there, but then there's a lot of stops on the way with just unnecessary side plots within each episode that I didn't care for. Just like, okay, that was an hour, almost an hour. I can't get back, but and yeah, just could have been some better ideas written for certain characters, and not just have the focus on you know Butcher and Homelander, and I don't know, maybe
You,
have a character come back. Who knows? But yeah.
you're talking about the virus. Now that I think of it, the virus was probably one of the most unnecessary plot lines. Like honestly, they sold so much that it was going to play an important part at the end. And in the end, we don't give a damn about the. At least it wasn't like they promised it was going to be so impactful. So yeah, spending a lot of time with something that was here and there. Yeah, kind of weird. Yeah. Thank you, Joel. What about you, Mikey?
So personally, compendium of the comics, and from what I remember, it's not really close to the books, like the books to the show. I personally prefer the show by a good bit. But yeah, I don't really have like a whole lot of knowledge in terms of the books, but yeah. Going into some spoilers though, I am kind of with Joel with like the fact that the virus felt like a little bit too small for what it was kind of leading to, and then also the Homelander and Butcher fight kind of felt a little anticlimactic in a sense, but still felt rewarding by the end. Personally speaking,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't really have a whole lot of other thoughts than what you guys have said. Thought what we got was good, yet safe. Honestly, it was the right way to take things in a safe direction, I guess you can say. So, yeah, basic but good. So, yeah, that's really all I got.
All right, Mr. Toby.
Yeah, I'm with y'all honestly with that. So I haven't really read the comics or seen a lot of comics. I know, the plot twist with Black Noir. I know that some of the characters die. Um, and I don't really got any more to say other than that. I know how Old Father dies in the comics, and I believe that is way more cooler than what we just got from Old
Yeah.
Father.
Yeah.
Like Old Father just died out of nowhere, in my opinion. Like
Yeah.
I just didn't like it was so quick. I didn't expect it. They were just boom dead, and I was like, okay, all right, we okay. But in the comics, well, he gets a pretty cool death, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. I think he dies of if I'm not mistaken, the army shoots like
Yeah.
missiles, and he misunderstood them because he thought it was only regular missiles, and he didn't know I think they did like a chemical stuff in the missiles that could kill soups, or I don't remember exactly, but it's something like that. I remember it was the army
Yeah.
that killed
It
him,
was
but
the U.S. military got involved.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like they didn't or Allfather didn't think that they have like lock on missiles for Compound V. I'm pretty sure,
Yeah,
if I
yeah, yeah, something
remember,
like that. Yeah,
and
yeah,
then they had and just ram into it, and yeah, it
yeah.
was much cooler than just putting a gag ball and just
But yeah,
exploding. Like,
yeah, it is true. Yeah, our father, like he died instantly, like just quickly.
right?
Like now that you mentioned that, I'm like, oh yeah, true. I forgot. Oh father, yeah, he died very,
Like, I
very.
feel like it came out of nowhere. Like, just okay, there he's dead. Okay, fine.
Yeah, I was like, wait, how convenient was like found
Mhm.
the thing for the mouth. I'm like, yo, that was so convenient though. But at one point I was like, yeah, okay, so the show, like, thank you, Toby, for that. Like the show, like I've been seeing this online also, and I kind of agree sometimes as too. Like there are some things that just don't make sense. But at one point I'm just like, yo, just keep rolling with it. Well, fuck it, like whatever. Like just I just want to watch this. I want to see where they go with this, and yeah. But sometimes, like, if you try to make it, how would you say this? Like if you try to yeah, that everything has to be like make sense. I'm like, yeah, no, the boys at least clearly season 5, they're like, whatever. Like they didn't care too much about that. So I was like, yeah. And
I
speaking
wanna.
of that,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, go ahead.
I want to mention real quick, like how overall the show ended. Did they do something? Maybe I missed it. Did they do something with Giancarlo Esposito's character? Had or
I'm
he
pretty
just
sure
did they just
he,
Yeah,
disappeared?
he became the CEO of VOD
yeah,
and
Yeah,
took over
again,
the
yeah.
Okay.
board.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where we left him off with being CEO again of VOD. Which he did say he was going to be CEO again, like that. He was just waiting the room again. So yeah, very nice character. I really enjoyed his character. I thought he was always really imposing in every scene.
you know
Really
what?
love Giancarlo.
You know what we should have had? A rival again with and him.
Yeah, it would have been
I'm pretty
fun.
sure.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he said if he gets to be CEO again, I'm gonna come for you or something like that.
yeah.
And I
He
was
said,
like,
"I'm gonna put a
come on,
bullet in your skull." Yeah, yeah,
yeah, like come
yeah,
on, let's see this.
yeah.
But
Well, speaking of that, like, speaking of like, I wanted to something from the comic. So as we all know, Black Noir is a big like that like I said, that's something I really enjoyed from the comic. Like I didn't expect that. It was really a huge plot twist. And honestly, like during the show, I was always like thinking maybe they're gonna do that with Black Noir too, or maybe they're gonna try and do that with something else. Like having a plot twist, but they didn't do that. In the end, we had two Black Noir, and both of them died. And I think we can all agree, like they wasted those two characters. For me, it was like probably one of the biggest waste of characters, like especially Black Noir too. Why do you bring me another one? And also, like, he could fly. Like we barely know that guy, and he's killed by the Deep. I was like, why? Like, like fuck that. Why? Like I was really pissed with episode 6. I was just like, bro, like that was just unnecessary. I thought, I don't know, maybe he would revive, like this Black Noir. I thought maybe, like, I had always this theory that maybe it's the son of Giancarlo Esposito's character, and I don't know, maybe they soup him up. He's going to be like, something like that, but yeah. Well, what did you guys think of? We're gonna go by soup, but yeah, let's start with Black Noir. What did you guys overall think of the two Black Noirs, the first one and the second one, in the 5 seasons?
So the first Black Noir, my introduction to him was like, the first. How long did he last? The first 2 seasons, 3 seasons.
Three. He died in the third season.
They used him really well, and he came off as menacing, and we
Yeah.
didn't see a whole lot backstory to his character really. And I don't even
No,
remember
in season 3
them
we
killing him
saw
off.
when he
Oh,
was in payback, in his
oh,
payback days. That's where we finally see him without the mask and everything.
hmm. Okay. Yeah, like I said, he was he came off as intimidating. He was used really well in the show, and this I think this second new Black Noir just wasn't memorable. Um, and he talked, right? I mean,
Yeah.
or was it his like inner voice talking too?
No, he
I don't know.
talked. He talked. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just the way that he was handled didn't live up to the first Noir. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was just like I said, for me it was just weird. It was just weird how we treated Black Noir. Like I said, he's such an important like I always knew that they can do the Black Noir spoiler reveal because we already know from the comics, so it was going to be way too obvious. But when you introduce the second Black Noir, you could have done something different with it. And they just chose him to die like just kind of randomly, also like also by the Deep. Like I don't believe for a second that he was killed by the Deep of all characters. Like for me, like is it possible that Black Noir, like the original seven including Starlight and not Lamplighter, probably he's like the third strongest of them, because I'm pretty sure Homelander, Queen Maeve are one and second, but I don't know if he's stronger than A Train. I'm pretty sure he's stronger than Starlight. um
Maybe.
yeah,
I
I don't
would
know.
argue he is stronger than all of them except for Homelander and maybe Maeve. Like he's
Yeah.
somewhere like in that third category, like third.
Yeah, exactly.
place.
Yeah, for me, he's like the third strongest. Yeah. So you see, it's like it's just weird to kill a character that was supposed like such a relevance in the comics. For me, it's like it's kind of Eric Kripke being like fuck the comic, like because I'm just like yo, you know, he's important in the comic, so like you can do something with him like that. Of course, like you're going in a different route of the comic, but come on, man, like that was so cheap, man. Also, like speaking of the seven, we have also Sister Sage. Mr. Toby, what did you think of Sister Sage? Her old character arc. She knew everything apparently. She always predicted everything. So, do you buy that, Toby, or do you think?
I don't know if she was okay. I kind of liked how she was like, I just want to destroy the world because I want to read in peace. It's kind of funny. But it's also it's bad. It's really bad. I don't know how I feel about like just quickly just okay, she doesn't have powers anymore. Like I'm dumb. I want to just read in peace now. Goodbye. Like that thing, just wrapping up like just so quick, just so like okay, I'm done. I don't want to be a part of the show anymore. F you guys, kind of like thing. But her entire arc is just it was fine, in my opinion.
I thought her arc was wasted. I mean, she had
Mhm.
potential introduced, and her powers was she was like super smart,
Yeah.
and she had at one point, like one season, she had Homelander in her back pocket, and there's something happened to where it's like, okay, she's not gonna be as relevant, as important to this other thing, which is the whole virus thing, and then she got addicted to Taco Bell, eating Taco Bell, and I don't know, just
Yeah.
wasted character, wasted potential.
Yeah, I think I would have to agree there. Now I liked her a lot in season 4, but then came season 5. It's like her character arc took like a whole 12 steps back, because I think what kind of irritated me is that like you have the smartest person on the planet and you're telling me she couldn't predict that maybe Soldier Boy would give the V1 to Homelander, even if there was like a 0.003% chance. And I know they said that, well, she doesn't calculate love. And it's like, well, if you look at season 4, I think when they were running her file, emotional intelligence was like one of her traits. So like she should have calculated the love. So it's like, yes, humans are predictable because we do dumb things out of love, but it's like you once loved someone as well. I think they mentioned her grandmother. So it's like you didn't think to include that into the equation. I don't know. I'm just saying Reed Richards would never. That's all I know.
Depends
True.
which Reed Richards.
True. Okay.
the
I would argue
doc-
Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards. The
Doctor
latest
Strange,
one.
the Doctor
would-
Strange one.
Oh.
Yeah, probably
man.
Pedro Pascal wouldn't. Yeah, Pedro Pascal probably no, but I mean, like, it's even crazy that even the boys are telling her, like, why would you do that? Like, was like, why would you do that? Like, the guy is, at the end of the day, he's still the father of Homelander. Like, he still feels, even though he doesn't, and I believe, yeah, she said it, like he doesn't want to let his son know that he kind of has an affection a little bit for him. So I'm like, yeah, why would you take such a huge risk with the V1? Like that was just like really weird. I think like yeah, so in season 4 she was really nice. Like I really love what they did with her. In Gen V season 2, okay, like she was kind of like a protagonist kind of ish, like at least in behind the scenes. But yeah, it just yeah, like I think Joel said, like it's just weird how they turned her character. And honestly, it was another wasted character that they could have done something better with her. And also the how it ended with her, it's just so all of a sudden like, okay, yeah, I'm out, thank you. I'm like, what, that's it with Sister Saber? I'm like, okay, look, at least she and also it's just weird, like why would you let her walk away? Like she did some fucked up things too. Like in season 4 she's responsible for almost all of the bad things that happened with Starlight, with it's like, wait, we're just gonna let her like that? Okay, yeah, peace out, yeah, you've done your job. I'm like, what? I don't know, like unless we're Daredevil sensitive where we believe in second chances, I guess, probably. But I mean, Ashley didn't get that treatment, and Ashley, like legit, she helped the boys. So it was a bit weird, but yeah, unfortunately, I did like the actress. She was really good in her role, and yeah, she was fun. But I feel like she could have done a bit better. This is controversial. I saw this online, and I can't wait to hear what I'm not gonna say what people say online. I want to hear you guys out first. Starlight in this season. What did you guys think of Starlight? What do you think it was like her season, or because after I read some of the comments, I'm like, oh yeah, they're right.
As are you talking about how her like story
Yeah,
arc,
her
what
character
happened to
arc.
her, how did
Yeah,
how
her character arc. What did you think of her in this season,
yeah.
specifically?
It seems like they put a lot of so overall her character, there was a lot of love, TLC put into her character, from the first season too. And to have her, deal with a lot of stuff in this last season, with her family, there was a whole episode about her and her family
Yep.
and reconnecting with them, and it was her character was one of the better ones. I mean, her story arc was one of the better ones standouts. There was some complications between her and Huey. I get that. It wasn't. It felt like it didn't interfere too much with the rest of what was going on. But yeah, I mean, I think she had one of the better. She's one of the better characters in the show, for
Yeah,
sure.
I agree too. So I've seen online a lot of people were saying that Starlight didn't do too much in this show. Maybe because it's how Gen V kind of set her up for this season 5. So they kind of believe like she didn't have like this impactful role that it was promised, at least from Gen V, that she would have. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think she did what she had to do in this season. Could she have done more? Maybe, yes. I won't deny that, but also, like maybe she should have. Yeah, she was kicking the butt of the deep, but like it could have been cool if she would also fight this Homelander. I think like she should have been there, probably fighting Homelander too. But yeah, at least she had her role with the deep. But I don't agree with that. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but like I've seen a lot of comments saying like, yeah, she didn't have that role that people were thinking she would have in this season. They kind of, some people are saying like she was kind of misused as well in this season. Like I said, I don't agree with that, but I could see why. But for me, she did what she had to do.
I would agree
I
with that.
oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
sorry. You want to go ahead?
I was just say why all 5 seasons did they decide to keep the deep if they weren't gonna do anything
Yo,
big with him?
yo, I never, like I remember when I was watching when was he in therapy? Season 2, right?
Yep.
All right, so then season
Therapy?
3, I remember my mom was like, "Why do we keep seeing this guy? Like, honestly, he's like a plus one that I don't know if people really care about him." She was like, "Honestly, he could die, and I don't care." I'm like, "I don't." It's crazy that he survived till season 5.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy. The deep. No, that's crazy. But yeah, go ahead, TJ. You're about to say for
Yeah, a
Starlight.
couple of things. Since we're talking about the deep, I'm gonna go back to Starlight or Annie in a minute. But with the deep,
All right.
I guess the deep was supposed to be just like this running gag where he's like this loser that somehow made it to the end. So maybe that was supposed to be like the gag. I mean, I don't know, because it really is like, how did you make it this far without dying? Because if we're being honest, Deep should have died probably a Herogasm. Like
Oh
those.
yeah, for
How
sure.
did
Yeah,
you make it this far? How did you
yeah, for sure.
outlive
Yeah,
Noir and Frenchie? That's kind of crazy to me.
yeah.
But maybe that's the thing. He's just a loser, and I guess he was just really just a running gag throughout the series. Maybe, but in real life, he would have died after like season 3. Because I was thinking after season 2 that, well, I look at it like this: was season 2, we thought that, or at least I thought he was going to go down this little redemption arc. I'm thinking, okay, the Deep will be redeemed or give a second chance again, I
Yeah.
guess. But come season 3, he went back to his old ways. So I guess it's supposed to say that, hey, the Deep is just irredeemable. He just cannot be saved. And I guess they kind of turned that into a running joke, which went on for a bit more longer than I would have liked. But I mean, you
Yeah.
know, it is what it is now. He's gone now. But as far as Annie, no, I think they did well with her character. I think they did well with her. I mean, she's the one that kind of recruited Gen V. The problem is they didn't utilize that more. If they had expanded more on showing her being the leader, saying, hey, Marie, Jordan, Emma, I need you to do this. Help me out with this. That would have been way more cool. And then there are people that were upset in, what was it, episode 7, where she was talking to Marie
Yeah,
and
Maria,
Jordan by saying, hey,
Jordan.
pack up your things. You guys are done. I think that was to show that after Homelander got the V1, like all her hope was gone. Like she said, you know, I've given up. Homelander wins. Like this is the end. And I think people didn't fully digest that as to why she was kind of hopeless and rather more dismissive of them. When after seeing like the villain get this quote unquote, I'm using quotes, immortal why am I drawing a blank? I guess the
He's a
immortal
god.
soup injection, whatever you want to call it, the compound V,
Crazy.
even though it really
Yeah.
doesn't make you immortal, it just makes you age less. And I
Yeah.
think people don't understand how like the V1 works, but that's another combo. But I think the purpose was to show that Annie lost hope, right? Whatever little crumb of like optimism she had, that was gone the second Homelander ejected that in his veins, right? So I'm not surprised that they made her kind of like, you know, told the Gen V cast, hey, you guys are done. And then come the finale, I guess when she got her hope back, it's like, hey,
Yeah.
protect these people. I still would have liked that Marie played a role in the final fight because given her the importance of her character, and they kind of retconned her, and it's like, all right, man,
Yeah, that
like
was that was
that was a
messed up.
terrible choice. I will stand on that. The
Like I
nursing
think
of
people
Marie Monroe, that was
like I think people are mistaken. They think we hate the fact that Annie said that to the Gen V characters. I actually like that she said it because, like you said, it's like losing hope. What I don't
Mhm.
like, it's the writing of that, because they literally bro, they hype you 2 seasons of Gen V. So I had to watch 2 freaking seasons of Gen V, and people are saying Marie is very strong and everything. For her to say herself, no, actually it's just bullshit. I'm like, what the fuck?
yeah.
Why? Like that is why people were upset. It's not because of Annie January or whatever. It's because of the writing. It's like it's like they're saying fuck you to people who watch Gen V season 1 and season 2. Like,
Yep.
why did I watch that show? Why did Stan Edgar said what he said? Like, you know, like all of that hype up for like just nothing. That was the problem. It wasn't like really a Starlight problem. It was more like, why? Like it's like in your own source material, you're not even consistent. That's the weirdest part. And like I said, in any script, I don't care if there was a season 3 or whatever, the way Gen V season 2 ended, script wise, yeah, Annie sorry, Marie should have not defeated Homelander, but she should have been there in that fight. Like, it was meant to be. Like, even though the cancellation of season 3 or whatever, like, it's, yeah, it's like, why
And how
Nah.
did they decide to send them off? Stick them in a truck, have them drive off to Canada.
Yeah, let's go Canada. We're gonna
The
have them
end.
here.
The end.
The boys Canada. Yeah, the end. Yeah, no, that was a bit weird, like how they ended that storyline. Well, also, yeah, we're gonna talk later on about the future of the boys. I wanted to go quickly with well, I guess we mentioned the Deep. So there's one thing I wanted to mention about the Deep. I thought he was going to be redeemed, especially when he saw A-Train in the first episode, and you know, A-Train told him like, you're chasing me, and then it's gonna be Black Noir chasing you. So I thought the Deep would kind of understand that, but I don't know if it felt forced or not. I guess, yeah, they wanted that joke character, because for me, like, I really thought he was going to be redeemed. he was going maybe to get away or whatever. But no, he really just stuck there, like, no, I'm gonna fight for Homelander or whatever, and he died. So yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, yeah,
A
go ahead.
Train is another A Train's another character I liked.
Yeah, and
And
we're going actually now with A Train. Like, what did you think, Joel? A Train.
I guess it makes sense how they decided to send him off in the
Yeah,
in the last season. Makes sense. I liked the the bickering, the arguments between Deep and A Train throughout the show. But yeah, it's just sad to see him go that way. But it I guess it had to happen. It was in the cards. Yeah.
yeah. No, yeah, like honestly, one thing poetic about A Train, it's he was right. He told Homelander, bro, you're fucking useless without your power. You're nothing. And I really, first of all, A Train is probably the character that had like a full round circle redemption arc. Like it was just really good. I really love the fact that it was like, I don't want to go and save you guys because like I have my family too, like I'm already like this free agent, and it was sad to see him go. Yo, I remember when I watched the first episode, I'm like, oh my god, if we're starting like this is gonna be probably the best season ever. Like, because we're starting strong already. A Train dead like that. I'm like, what the fuck? But no, but honestly, A Train, I think I really missed him. Like, I wish he wouldn't have died in the first episode. Like maybe like second or third episode, but I understand why he had to go. But yeah, no, especially that's that scene that I love. Like that interaction with Homelander, it was just priceless. It was just peak because like you can see it later, like yeah, what Homelander told to Butcher. I'm like, whoa, yeah, he was right. He's really nothing with his powers and fucking nothing. But yeah, no,
Yeah,
seriously, A Train, what a character.
100% agree. Yeah, he's out of all of the characters, he definitely had the best or one of the better redemption arcs, or rather one of the better arcs as a whole, right? Because if you had told me, like when season one first debuted, if you told me this dude would end up being one of my personal favorite characters, I would have called you crazy. No, it was like a full circle moment. In that moment where he was running away from Homelander and he dodged the girl, I'm like that.
Yeah,
See, Eric Kripke, when you lock in, you actually can make some good stuff, you
yeah,
know?
it's crazy. And also it's crazy because A Train in the comics, he doesn't have like a lot of time neither. Like he dies kind of instantly, right? Like he's one of the first death of the seven, I believe so.
It's
Yeah,
been
I
a while
think.
since I read it.
But yeah,
forgot.
anyway, I know
Yeah.
Atron doesn't stay too long in the comics, so it's really they really did something different with Atron, and I think like when I watch all the 5 seasons, like his redemption arc felt the most natural. It felt the most natural, like in the
Mhm.
script wise and everything. So it really built to this moment, and I really enjoyed it. Like it didn't feel like in one episode he's a total douche, and the other episode now he's the good guy. Like it really felt earned. He really you can see like yeah in the end of the day, you can see he really made an accident that he regretted, and yeah, that's why. Yeah, with the compound, what was it? Compound V.
Compound V. Yep.
Uh,
Yeah. So
I
yeah,
just
yeah,
wa-
no,
I just want to say one more thing about Homelander.
yep,
I don't know if you guys agree with me on this, but the first 3 seasons, that guy was intimidating,
yes,
and I think he let a lot of chirping get to him throughout those in the next seasons 4 and 5, and all of a sudden he thinks he's this god, and he has having these visions of, and he has this ultimate master plan, and yeah, but he just kind of lost those 2 seasons. Kind of, he lost something. He lost that little spark from him, and I think at that point he was just those 2, 4, and 5. He really got exposed to what he really is, which is a weak guy, and yeah.
yeah. No, yeah, yeah, the Homelander. We're gonna go to Homelander later because I know we're gonna have a lot to discuss of Homelander. Uh, but yeah, I agree with what you're saying, and I really want to talk about Homelander later because I have a take on Homelander, especially in season 2. I think for me that's the Homelander that I like the least. Like in terms of character writing, that's probably the one I like the least. But then season 3, season 1, season 4, okay, season 5, yeah, season 5 is like way too Jesus stuff. Like so, yeah. But speaking of like, so for me, this another character that I didn't really enjoy too much in season 4, but like this is in a good way because that's what her character was meant to be. But oh my god, in season 5, I think another character that was very nice written, and especially her death was kind of it kind of shocked me was Firecracker. I don't know what you guys thought of Firecracker, but that for me, shit. Oh, what happened to Jewel? What do you think of Firecracker Toby? What did you
Ooh.
feel of her character in season 4, now season 5, and her demise at the end? Oh, by the way, thank you, Tennis. Great
Um,
stream, by the way, guys. Thank you so much, Tennis.
I don't even know what to say. She was like, I don't know how I feel about like she was so far right extremist, like type of like uh, politics into like you know what's happening in America now and stuff like that. But like, I don't even know what to say about Firecracker. I just like she was all right. Um, yeah, I actually don't really know what to say about Firecracker because like I was kind of bored with her. Like I didn't really care about her that much.
Okay. So you thought like again she was maybe not a you think she was kind of a wasted character once again? Like a bit like Sister Sage, Black Noir 2, or it's just a character you never even connected with her?
I guess, yeah,
Yeah. So I had like the
yeah,
same problem as you, but like that last episode where that's where I really felt the uh I don't know, it just ended so well. Like it ended so well. Like she died, unfortunately. But I mean, like it just, bro, like the scene where like she was it like her the priest that she used to go, right? If I'm
yeah.
not
Okay,
mistaken. Yeah. Bro,
yeah, I
that was
like that
sad
too.
as fuck, man. Like when she cried and like she had to, that was sad as fuck. I was like, oh shit. That was
Agreed.
really that was really something. Like the way they ended her character was really beautiful. But I agree with you, Toby. Like I never really cared of her necessarily during the season 4 and 5. Like she was there to be there, but my god, like that, I thought like once again Eric Kripke, I thought like he really nailed it in script wise, at least in that episode. Like it was beautiful, man. TJ,
Yeah, we
what you were about to say?
Yeah, with Firecracker, I think the purpose of Firecracker was that she was supposed to be a caricature of like extreme far right podcasters or like people on that side of the spectrum. And and I remember back in season 4 when she was like, talking with Sister Sage, right? She was saying these things because two things, right? One, she was profiting off of people's like hatred or anger or frustration or anything, and that's something that we do see like with people who are political podcasters where they'll like say certain things to like reel them in and say, okay, this person is like spouting things that I believe in, when in actuality those beliefs are just blatantly wrong and incorrect. But because there's profit behind it, none of that matters. Morality goes out the window. And I think that's what Firecracker was supposed to be, because like she was saying things that she knew was blatantly stupid and wrong, but because there's an audience for that, she was capitalizing off that. And even with her last episode, when she pretty much like created this false narrative about like her pastor when she went to when she was younger at her church, like
Yeah.
we saw her cry because she knew it was wrong, but she was willing to sacrifice her morals for Homelander, right? And that's just kind of a reflection of like the things that we have seen in reality, especially here in the States. So I think that was supposed to be the purpose of the character. Like, I guess you could say an over exaggerated version of like that archetype, you know what I mean? But I didn't care too much for her in season 4, but then keep season 5. I'm like, okay. When they gave us that I don't want to say standalone episode, but it focused more on her. I'm like, okay, yeah, I do like Firecracker, and I think she went out a pretty poetic death actually. So
Yeah.
I was fine with the
Oh
character, and I
yeah.
really enjoyed the actress a lot. I think her name is Valerie Curry.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was incredible. So
Yeah, she was good. Yeah.
yeah,
But my theory is like,
y-
why do you guys think Homelander killed her? Because it was never like really clear. Like people are always speculating about that. But why do you guys think Homelander
Um,
decided to kill her?
well, if you think about it, it's just his paranoia and his suspicions got the best of him, and he's killing off people who think were against him, and on Starlight's side, her working with Butcher and them, and so yeah.
Because bro, it's messed up. Like if there was someone who was always with him, was her. Like yes, of course, like she had like her doubts, but compared to everyone, like probably she was the one in the Homelander boat at least more than the others at least.
Mhm.
So
My guess, honestly, with like why he killed her was like after what happened with the priest and stuff like that. Homeland could sense like a little bit of disbelief, fear, and yeah, just fear, disbelief, and that's kind of why he killed him or killed her. I
mm,
meant same with
yeah.
like what Joel said.
Because at first I thought it was out of jealousy because like she was having sex with a soldier boy, but then he was like, no, I don't care about that. I just care about the pep talks you gave him and everything. So I don't know. Like I still kind of believe like there's a bit of jealousy probably on this side too. I mean it's Homelander, but yeah, I could understand like the especially like the insecurities got him and a bit sad when she died. I'm like shit, man. That's I didn't expect her death to be that soon like to be honest, in that episode, I'm like, whoa, shit! I didn't expect her to die. Like when she was talking with Homelander, I'm like, okay, she's probably gonna be dead. But I really thought she was going to stay longer in the because I think she died like what episode 4 or 5?
Something like
Yeah,
that.
some
You know,
5.
when you guys are talking about, I just want to say you guys are talking about like Firecracker. I forgot what she was like. She was such a forgettable character for me. So you guys reminded me right now of who she actually was, and yeah, she was. I liked her death. If that's a little messed up to say, but like I liked that episode.
Yeah, and now well we have two left. So we have the father and the son. So who do you want to go with, the son or the father? Should we
Son.
go Soldier Boy or Homelander?
Oh,
I would say Soldier Boy than Homelander. I think we
All
have
right,
way more to talk about Homelander than
yeah,
Soldier Boy.
Homelander. Yeah, yeah. All right, let's go Soldier Boy. Probably. I've seen online very debatable character. Honestly, for me, my favorite character of season 5. Like I think I think I just love way too much Jensen Ackles. So that's probably one of the one part of like why I like every time Soldier Boy is there. I love that dynamic of the dad and the son in this season more than, for example, in season 3. Season 3 for me. By the way, I'm gonna say this for me. Season 3 was my favorite season of The Boys. I thought that was like really peak. I know some they thought it wasn't like that, but for me, like especially I think adding Soldier Boy in season 3 was like the best thing, you know. And Soldier Boy is not like in the comic book. Like he's like such a new character. Like he's very different. Like the Soldier Boy in the comics is not even close to this one. So yeah, but my problem in season 5 is not Jensen Ackles or Soldier Boy, is what they tried to do with his character. And at one time, I was kind of tired of hearing Clara all the time. I'm like, bro, I'm good. Like, why are you selling me so much VOD Rising? Like, bro, like, can we just stop with VOD Rising? Like, I understand it's gonna come, we're gonna consume it. No worries, chill. Like, we're gonna consume it probably, but my God, like that was my biggest disappointment. It's like they really try. Like for me, season 5, like most of the time, they really tried to sell you VOD Rising, like with talking so much about liberty. Also, like there's something that doesn't make sense because like he did say that Crimson. I forgot the name of the lady in season 3, but he did say like he really loved her a lot, but now he loves Liberty a lot. So I don't know, maybe he was really in love with two women at the same time, like truly in love. I don't know, but because yeah, I remember in season 3 he did say to that woman like, oh yeah, like I like every time they tortured me, I I knew you were like I endured because I knew you were going to come one day to save me, you know. So like that's someone that you don't say that to anybody, you know. And now with Clara, he's like so much in love. So I was like, I don't know if I don't know if it's in the same period also, but yeah. But for me, yeah, Soldier Boy always loved to see him. Like I really love the character, and like I said, I don't know if it's because of the actor that I love him a lot, but every time I see him, like I'm glad he's there. And in the end, I didn't like that we didn't see him in the final. Like what the fuck? I heard that apparently we're gonna know his fate in VOD Rise. I'm like, what the fuck? That's even worse. Like what the fuck?
when
That
does
for
that
me is
come
even
out?
worse. probably next year. Like it looks like they
Next
already
Yeah.
shot
year,
everything.
at some point.
Yeah. But yeah, what did you guys think of Soldier Boy in general? Did you guys like that the fact he gave the V1? Did you expect that? Also, when Soldier Boy put Homelander in the that was in episode 2, I believe, or episode 3, where he put him in the chamber where Homelander was like uh well, not necessarily dying, but like like the infected room. I forgot the name of
Yeah.
this. But you guys know what I'm talking about, right? When they
Yeah.
went so yeah, what did you
The
think of
uranium.
this whole relationship with Homelander and Soldier Boy and his son?
So it took me a little while to put the pieces together that they were father and son. Um, Maybe I just wasn't paying attention, but I thought I had it in my head for a little while that they were gonna clash, at at the end, and Soldier Boy was gonna be this, the hero coming out. But I guess the showrunners had other plans for him, so he was, I guess you could say he was sort of wasted. It's just there, as filler episodes, a little too much, if you ask me.
Okay.
But yeah, when he got introduced, was it like in the season 4? I think he showed up.
3. 3.
Three,
It was
three.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 3.
He came off as intimidating, just like Homelander. But once you started hearing him talk more and more, you kind of got the sense that this guy's not all that.
Well, he's still a big piece of shit. Like the way he treated Payback, like his like because I saw people were saying like actually he's like a poor soul. I'm like, poor soul, bro. Did you see what he did to Payback? Poor soul. I mean, he's not as worse as Homelander, but poor soul. That I wouldn't say poor soul. Like he's another prick too, but maybe less than Homelander probably, but still like yeah. But I do feel like right now, like, how do you see Soldier Boy? Is he like a villain or like because like the way they show him like in season 5, that's where I'm like I don't know what to say to to Soldier Boy if he's a pure villain, if he's like they kind of want you to feel he's in between.
Yeah, it to me it came off as like him not wanting anything to do with the issues going on.
Yeah,
And therefore, like, okay, why is he on screen then? Just for
yeah,
for him to be with have scenes with Homelander for what? I mean, but
yeah.
I don't know.
What about you, TJ?
Yeah, so with Soldier Boy, when he debuted in season 3, he was one of my favorite characters. Like that introduction was like just so like
Yes.
in your face, so like haha. I was like, yo, this guy is awesome, right? Like he's a terrible, terrible person, but as a character, like I was invested in him. In season 5, I feel like they didn't know what to really do with him. He kind of just flip flop back and forth. Like he kept talking about Clara. Really, he was there to promote Vault Rising, which I'm gonna tune in because I'm just curious, but at the same time, it's like you could have saved all of that for Vault. Like I feel like he really had no role for this season. He was kind of just there. I mean, let me rephrase it. He still could have had a role in season 5, but maybe like I don't know, Homelander went to him for guidance and whatnot instead of him just becoming like, well, I have a TV show, coming out next year that takes place in the 1950s. You know what I mean? That's kind of what it was—a giant promo for Vault Rising.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to be biased because I am a fan of Jensen Ackles, but I think they just legit did not know what to do with his character in season 5. If he had stayed in the crypto chamber, like, after season 3, after he used his blast and the government, took his body, if he was in the chamber for the remainder, I would have been fine with that, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think he needed to be in season 5, but I think because he was so good as a character, they had to find a way to loop him in. I think this wasn't the best way to utilize the character. So, I mean, it is what it is now, but I just think there was really no major. There was really nothing he didn't really need to be in this season. I will stand on that.
Yeah.
So
I
it
agree
is what
with
it
you.
is.
I agree with you. I wouldn't be surprised if in the original script he wasn't there, but probably because people love him so much, they needed to put him. Because it's Jensen Ackles, people really love him.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Maybe people didn't think I think this could be a theory. I think maybe Eric. Well, then again, Eric Kripke, he made Supernatural, but maybe he didn't think the popularity for Soldier Boy would be as big as it was. You know, he probably thought, oh,
Yeah.
people. He probably thought, okay, people be like, oh, Jensen Ackles from Supernatural. I guess he didn't realize the popularity would grow to this massive scale. He's like, okay,
Also, we had the
okay, I guess I put him in the final season.
Also, we had the Supernatural reunion in episode
that's true.
6, I believe. Yeah, with Mr. Marathon. Yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. And then those cameos, but Seth Rogen and those guys.
Yeah, Kumail Nanjiani. I was like, what the
Uh,
fuck? What the fuck are we doing? Yeah. What about you, Toby? What did you think of a Soldier Boy in this show, in this season?
big, just wasted. Like,
Yeah.
how come you like most of you said, like, he wasn't really, he's just there for promotion, but like, I feel like, I don't know, it's just my opinion, but I feel like he should have blasted Homelander at the end instead of Kamiko.
Miko, yeah.
I don't really like how just like in the last few episodes randomly just Kimiko's going to turn into this other character. Like, where did this come from? So I've thought of like, I wish you could have like had him had Homelander, right? Like choke him and put him in the cryo chamber in it was episode 7. But then I wish that the boys would like break in to his studios, rescue Soldier Boy, and him blast Homelander instead of that. I mean, I like Jensen Ackles again. Same. I like the character ish. I think he has some funny lines. But yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. Like, I like the inclusion of Soldier Boy because he gave us like some really nice laughs with Homelander. Some great lines. But yeah, it's just like it didn't feel like he was supposed to be there, especially like not use him in the finale. It's like, yeah, yeah, you were just here to promote something seriously because, yeah, there's no point. Like, there's just no point. And yeah, and finally, like we have the big one, like the Homelander himself. So I just want to say that it's so crazy that he insulted the deep so badly, and I'm like, bro, like I think you, like, bro, what you said to Butcher, I think you're even worse than the deep. Like you're even soulless than the deep. That was crazy. Like, he was fucking nothing also. But in this season, Homelander, of course, I liked him. Like, I think like probably he's one of the greatest villains I've seen in a TV show. Like, he's really good. He has his ups and down. So I was saying in season 2, I didn't like too much Homelander because so in season 1, bro, Homelander was menacing, bro. Every time you see on screen Homelander, he's menacing, he's crazy. But in season 2, I remember like he was so. I understand that the boys, and that's something that I like. And by the way, we're gonna talk about that later. I think Joel mentioned this, but in the boys, we used to have like, it's something that they like to make fun of everything. That was fun. Like they have no filter. They don't give a damn like who they insult and everything. And I love that. Then it became kind of political, which I know some people like that, others not. But in this last season, it was like you can clearly see there's one side of political aspect that we laugh. But I have to agree that the Elon Musk stuff, I did laugh about that. I don't think Elon Musk laughed about that, but I was like, what the fuck? I didn't expect that though. But yeah, so for Homelander, honestly, I mean, like I said, decent death, I guess. I think it could have been more epic. Um, but yeah, and then like I said, in season 2, what I didn't like, he was like such a it was like he was parodying himself a little bit. Like, I thought like the script was way too much in the parody of Homelander himself. So I was a bit like, I was confused. Then in season 3 they fixed that, at least for in my taste. Season 4 he was also cool. I did like how he looked a bit vulnerable in the end. And in this season, there's one episode or one moment that I really love. I think it was with the Legend, if I'm not mistaken, where you could really see a bit more of Homelander's like weaker side. That was really good for me. That was like, oh shit, that was a nice thing for him. But yeah, in the end, like I think like they did him justice in the sense that, yeah, he wanted to. I know a lot of people said that they did really dislike the fact that they humiliated Homelander, but as at least Eric Kripke confirmed that it was actually Anthony Starr who actually improvised those lines and said like he really thought that Homelander should have like a death like that, like humiliating death because like of all the fucked up things he made. He did. I don't know if you guys will agree with that. Like I know a lot of people were kind of angry of how Homelander looked weak in the end and pathetic, but I think that was the whole point. But yeah, in the end, like one of the greatest villains. I really enjoy Anthony Starr. I wish we had a little bit more like that in the fight, but aside of that, I thought it was cool. But I do agree that we wasted too much time on Soldier Boy and him. Maybe he could have done a bit more, especially when he took the V1. I thought he got like a little bit more powerful. That's how it looked. I don't know if you guys kind of saw that, but he kind of looked like a bit more powerful. So I thought he was going to do like he was going to go in a rampage or something, but he didn't. So yeah, but yeah, this very good character. What about you guys, Homelander?
Speaking of Homelander, that one scene where he's on the ground and his laser eyes are shooting up.
Yeah,
Yeah, that scene not remind you of that same scene with Avengers Doomsday with Cyclops taking off his thing and
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
it reminded me
yeah,
of
yeah. The
that.
promo, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, yeah. It also remind me a bit of Icarus in Eternals, where like they were punching him from all sides, and he was like, yo, he lashed in the end, yeah. But yeah, what about you, TJ? What did you think of Homelander, your boy
Yeah,
Homelander?
for sure. Yeah, I will say that well, the first things first, somehow, some way, we have got to find a way for Anthony Starr to at least get an Emmy nomination. The
Yeah, for
fact that
real,
he's
yeah.
never been nominated for that performance, it's still asinine to me. Like
Yeah.
he took, because if we're being honest, Homelander was very mediocre in the comics. They took a mediocre comic book character and made him one of the best like on-screen villains or villains we've seen on television. Like he kind of is a part of pop culture, like the general popular pop culture, the character, I mean. But yeah, Anthony Starr, phenomenal as Homelander. I mean, given like how intimidating, he's intimidating, he's threatening, even when he's not being threatening, it comes across as like hilarious, but you're so uncomfortable, you don't know if you should like laugh or feel like, okay, this man could like just snap at any moment. Like that's the thing, like Anthony Starr juggles so many different emotions when it came to the character of Homelander, his rage, his sadness, his bitterness, his wickedness. It was all just perfect, right? And I would say in the earlier seasons, in particular season one, like Homelander was like unpredictable. Well, I think what I loved is that like when he was in a public image because he needed like this crave for love and attention from like people,
Yeah.
when he's on camera, he was all smiley and giddy, but behind closed doors, he was like the worst person, right? And I love that in season one, how he had to like play two different roles or like two different sides to him, right? But then around season three, I think, yeah, it was the end of season three. He lives with that guy. The people accepted him, and he kind of just say, "All right, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna go full on evil. They'll love me no matter what." And he wasn't wrong, right? People still liked him despite the evil things he did, right? Like that was seen in public, and even after like the Flight 47 video when that got leaked out, people still
Oh yeah,
supported
yeah.
him, right? But I think with Homelander, I think people who are upset that he died or he went out like begging for his life, I hate to say this, I think some folks just did not understand the character of Homelander because Homelander has always been a loser. Like, if anything, Homelander is a mask. The real person is John, like the sad little boy, right?
Yeah.
And in that moment when he lost his powers, that was John, right? Homelander was just like, this act for the public image, right? Homelander was just like this shield that granted John the powers, but if you take that away, John is still like a loser, right? And that's what they've been teasing that since for like the past few seasons. That hey, Homelander is a man child. Without these powers, he's nothing. And we see that in the finale. Like this man has faced adversary for the first time in his life, and the first thing he did was try to run and beg and plead for his life no matter what. And it's like, yeah, that's pretty accurate. So I don't think it's embarrassing. I think it's doing the character justice, right?
Yeah.
Because like that's just who he is, a loser. But all in all, I loved Anthony Starr's Homelander. I will miss the character, but I do believe all good things got to come to an end, and he has to get some Emmy nomination, something,
Oh, for real,
anything.
yeah. It's still criminal that he didn't receive anything. Like the guy is
Mhm.
the guy is carrying the show. Like it's like yeah, you have a show that legit it's the villain that's carrying the show. Well, yeah, Billy Butcher too, but like yeah, it's really
Yeah,
it's not Jack Quaid. Like it's Anthony Starr and Carl Urban. Like it's just.
Mhm.
I'm not. By the way, I'm not saying Jack Quaid is bad. No, no. It's just like like
I know what you
the
mean.
image of the boys. It's always like Homelander and Billy Butcher. So yeah. What about you, Toby? What did you think of Homelander? His death. Will you miss him? Would you want to be like him? No, no, I'm kidding. You want to have
Excuse? No, I'm just kidding.
the
I mean, his death was like cinema. Um, like, he- like I mean, like TJ said, like he is. I felt like his death is so on point for the character. Um, he when he took his powers, he's just in fight or flight. Without the flight, of course. And I mean, he's menacing. He was. I mean, I don't even know what to say because like you guys have said most. Like he was one of the greatest villains we had. Anthony Starr is like, I mean, the fact that he isn't really that popular. Like he isn't really in much media. Like I haven't actually seen him in a lot of films other than of course Homelander. I know Cobweb, but he just needs to be cast in so much more because he's a natural he's a natural talent.
Yeah, I'm just trying to take my charger off my phone because my phone died. But I wanted to ask you guys. So for the future of so yeah, we talk about the soups. In quick words, what did you think of the boys? The Kimiko, Frenchie, Carl Urban, Jack Quaid. What do you think of our main characters?
I think they're pretty good, honestly. I like the chemistry behind the Kimiko and Frenchie, and I mean Carl Urban is just badass. Honestly, I mean he's badass in the boys and now in Mortal Kombat too. Like he just Carl Urban is
Yeah.
just like he loves these roles, and I love them as well.
In the comics, like I know Frenchie dies, but is there other characters of the boys that die aside of Billy and Frenchie?
Yeah. Butcher died. MM died.
MM,
Kimiko
huh?
died. Frenchie died. I think Huey was the only one of the main group that didn't die
Oh
in the
shit!
comic.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Even Kimiko died. Oh shit!
she did. Yeah.
Oh
Comics.
shit! Okay. Yeah, that was dark.
Comics. Yeah.
That
Whatever.
was
The,
dark, man.
the comics just said F everyone.
Yeah, F
Yeah.
everyone. So in the last, so to conclude, at least like this part of the review, I wanted now to talk about what's coming next. What you guys are expecting? So we know next we have VOD Rising, as we talked about it. We've seen some pictures. I really have to admit that I do love the costumes. They look nice. Bomb side, a torpedo. He looks nice as well. Even the other girl, I forgot her name, Angel something.
Is it
They look
a
very insane.
is it a full trailer or a teaser?
Yeah, yeah. There's a full trailer.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah, they
haven't seen
released it.
it.
Yeah, they released it. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but yeah, they released it. I know. Like, if you watch, oh, but by the way, guys, did yeah, TJ, you watch it in the movie theater, right? At the movie
I
theater,
did.
the
Yeah.
boys. Huh? What was the experience, by the way, TJ? Was there a lot of people? By the way, was it packed or not too much?
Yeah. My theater, it was sold out completely, and it's funny because like
Damn.
there's only because I live in Chicago, and there's only one 40X theater in the whole Chicago city area. So it sold out within like less than 30 minutes, right? But there was another theater like in like the more suburbs area, like more further up north. So I got those tickets and they sold out within the hour. And I asked my homie, hey, you want to come along with me? And he came through. So we got our tickets like literally right before they sold out, like in the western, not western, but the more
Wow.
northern suburbs. So we had to travel what 45 minutes north just to go to this theater to go see it in 40X. And my experience was actually pretty good. We enjoyed it. Our theater, we were laughing, clapping, cheering. I think I heard one girl crying when Butcher died. So, but overall, it was a really great experience. And the 40X, I will say I don't think it needed to be in 40X, but I get why, because they try to generate hype. But there were some moments whenever like someone's head exploded or there was like water, like it would like splash on us. It was pretty entertaining. But
Nice.
the 40X didn't really the 40X technology wasn't really utilized until like they got to the White House and all that.
Okay.
But overall, we enjoyed the experience. And when the credits rolled, people were clapping. I think most of us were pretty satisfied with how it ended. Um, and also, before the movie started, we actually did get to see the teaser for Vault Rising. And when I saw the teaser, I was like, oh, that actually don't look bad. So I'm
It
curious
looks
to see how it's going to play out next year. But yeah, that was supposed to be our special treat for those that came to the theater.
I
it looks
liked I
like
I like
it
that
looks
the
interesting.
yeah
Go, go
fans
ahead.
showed up. There's the fan base and
Hmm.
showed up to this thing. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And I also
What
was really concerned. Hang on one second.
what was there people in cosplay?
You know what's funny? There actually wasn't. There were guys that were wearing like Dawn of the Seven t-shirts and all that stuff. But it was pretty funny because me and my friend, we made the joke. We were like, what is this theater? What is this audience going to be like? Because like these are like the super, super diehard fans of the boys. And I'm like, who is the target audience? Who are we going to see in this theater? Are we going to be next to like normal people, or it's going to be more like a bunch of sweats who believes that Homelander was right? We didn't know what to expect. So we're just like, all right, man, prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. But our audience is pretty chill. Everybody was chill. Nobody, no issues, no fights, no outbreaks, no, well, actually, I take that back. There was one guy who pulled up. He was dressed as Billy Butcher. There was one guy, I forgot, because he was like
Okay.
in the corner in the dark, so I couldn't really see him. But when he went out to run to the bathroom, I was like, oh, okay. He had like the Hawaiian t-shirt, like the overcoat and all that. But other than him, yeah, everybody was
Okay.
pretty chill.
Because I've seen a picture of I don't know which cinema it was, and yeah, some people were dressed as Homelander. I had the chance when I went to watch Mortal Kombat. Oh my god, I think I was the only one who wasn't in cosplay. Like almost everyone was in cosplay. Like oh shit, because I like it was like early screening, and I was like oh shit, I didn't know like a lot of people went into cosplay. I'm like okay, nice. Uh, do you guys like that? The fact that sometimes, at least for season finales, like like series finales, they show it in the big screen. Do you think it's something that they should do more often, or you guys
Yeah.
feel it's not really necessary?
I think it's another win positive for movie theater chains.
Yeah,
People are showing up to
Agreed.
these things. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
why not?
I would love that. I would love that this becomes a trend. Like you can watch at a movie theater, or the only problem maybe it's for spoilers, but I mean, like at this point, like you cannot do something for that. But yeah, honestly, I would love it to continue like that. So, like I said, I wanted to talk about what's going to be now the future of the boys, because although it's a season finale, I feel like there's more to the boys because they left Soldier Boy. So we have VOT Rising, and then they confirmed there's also the boys Mexico. So those are the
Pretty
two
good.
shows that are supposed to be coming, and I heard that Soldier Boy might also be in the boys Mexico. So I'm really like, well, it's a rumor, but I'm like, the thing for me, it's like, how is VOD Rising going to be? Because I have two theories. Either it's gonna be Soldier Boy narrating what happened before, so they're going like that's what we're gonna know his fate. Like we're gonna know that he's out of the chamber. He's going to be narrating that, or it's gonna be, I don't know, probably with what's the name, Stan Edgar probably. Um, but yeah, it's just like, because Billy's right. Like as long as VOD is still there, they're just gonna wait for the next Homelander. So I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys think like this? How do you guys think like it will? Like this is only theories. Like we don't have nothing concrete here. Like it's pure speculation. But after VOT Rising and The Boys Mexico, if it's still on, yeah, do you guys think we will be able to see one of these days again? I don't know, Jack Quaid, the Starlight, or you guys feel like they should never bring them back because like it ended. And also, are you guys down with these spin-offs, or you feel like once it's a finale, they should stop there? What do you guys think of?
I'm down. I'm down for another spin-off. Yeah, if it's anything like Gen V, that hooked me. I watched
Okay.
that. Um, As
Now
far
also
as
there's a little thing. It's like now that Gen V season 3 is canceled. I'm afraid that because I know there was another spin-off they were thinking about, but they never said anything about it. Now I'm a bit afraid that they don't want to do more spin-offs because of Gen V's cancellation. But I know these two are confirmed. VOD Rising it's next year, and The Boys Mexico it's confirmed. I don't know if they have shot something, but at least it's confirmed.
I
But yeah,
wonder,
sorry, Joe, you were saying.
one more thing. Wonder if VOT Rising we're gonna see how Soldier Boy got his powers. I don't know, or
Oh yeah,
became a soup.
yeah, maybe, yeah. We could definitely maybe see that. Yeah, I would love. I mean, like I'm down because there's more Jensen Ackles. So it's like I can like I think we all said here we love Jensen Ackles. So of course, give me a little bit more of him. But my only issue, it's like I said, when it's a season finale, when it's a series finale, it's like I kind of maybe I'm a party pooper, but I'm like, like I want it to stop there. If there's other things going on, I will always be like, where are these characters that I loved? Where is Starlight and Huey right now? Where's Where's Kimiko? That's the only thing I'm like, shit. And if a catastrophe happens, and we're gonna be like, where were they? Like that's where I'm like, that's where I'm like, I don't know if I like that necessarily. Like, for example, if they continue with Soldier Boy, let's say Soldier Boy now, he's gonna be the face of a VOT. Like I said, I don't have any concrete things to say about this. It's pure speculation. But let's say after VOD Rising, we see Soldier Boy, because I'm pretty sure he's not gonna die. Like, it would be weird that after VOD Rising he's dead. It would be just kind of weird. So I don't know. He's the face of VOT, and there's stuff happening because we also see that Huey and Starlight, they're kind of still active in the soup area, or like they're doing like some hero stuff. So yeah, that's where like you kind of open that door. It's like, for example, the Eternals, where people were so upset with the Eternals because they were like, where were they all this time when Thanos, like he was doing all the shits or blah blah. So yeah, so that's the only thing I'm like, shit, I don't like opening that door. But yeah, aside of that, I don't know, like, are you guys hyped, Toby and TJ, for the next spin-offs that are coming?
I'll go ahead, Toby.
Sure.
Oh, we lost TJ.
Oh,
Okay,
can you hear me?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was saying, go ahead, Toby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we heard I'm gonna go. Like, I thought you.
Oh,
you
no,
were-
no. I was saying, go ahead, Toby.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, I was just going to say, like, I'm excited for VOD Rising purely because it's a prequel. I believe prequels are okay for spin-offs, but then if we come to like something after the finale, then it's like, okay, like you said, Jason, where were the others? Where were everyone else? But when we do prequels, then we can go more into depths about other characters that maybe we missed, maybe were underutilized, and yeah.
I believe that's why I think they're doing The Boys Mexico, because if they want to do something, at least they're not in the US, so at least they have like that thing to say, like, where were they, where they're not in Mexico, so they don't know what's happening there. I just want to see if we have a synopsis at least for that. No, we don't have. But okay,
Not
but we
really.
do have the series will star Gael Garcia Bernal. So we do have one actor, which, by the way, Gael Garcia is Werewolf by Night, is the same actor. So we do have someone at least of the casting of The Boys Mexico. So yeah. One spin-off that I would love them to do, and I'm pretty sure they're not gonna do again. It's for me, I really enjoyed The Boys Diabolical. Like, I know not all the episodes were great, but some of them were really cool. Like, I know Star Wars Visions have been doing that so far, and I'm like, why don't you give me that instead? Like, I would love that. Like, different animations, different stories every episode. Like, I don't know. For me, it was fun. Did you guys like that? The Boys Diabolical. Did you guys watch it?
Never seen it.
I haven't heard of it.
I saw a few episodes. I didn't watch the entirety. I just saw a couple episodes. The one that people were calling it the best episodes. Like, oh, okay. And
That was
some
the
of those
canon.
episodes were pretty good.
That was the canon one, right? The last one, right?
I think the
'Cause
last
there's-
episode was canon.
Yeah, because there's one episode that's canon, like that's
Yeah.
the first save of Homelander, which went terrible. That is actually canon. You can clearly see it's
Yeah.
canon. So yeah, but yeah, you should definitely try that, Toby and Joel. I think you're gonna. Not all episodes are great. For example, oh my god, the episode with the deep, it was just stupid as fuck, like with a poop thing. There was like a legit. There's a there's a pet
Oh, wait.
who's a poop.
Oh wait, I think I saw that. Yeah, I think when you say that, I think I saw that episode and I stopped.
Yeah,
Where-
no. Yeah, so
where's-
some episodes are not great, but others are fantastic.
Where's the show on? I mean,
on
Amazon
Prime.
Prime. Yeah, Prime.
Yep.
Yeah, you can find it on Prime. It's 8 episodes, I believe. And like I said, not all. Some episodes are shorter than others. There's the one with the Asian woman or the Asian grandfather. I think that was really nice.
That was good.
That was really really good. So yeah, well, like yeah. So actually, Toby nailed it. Yeah, if they do something that continues after what happens, I'll be a bit like skeptical because I don't want them to dig too much there, because like I said, you kind of open the door of like where are they right now. I mean, if they're gonna be back, also, I'm like I would love that, but at the same time, like we finished already. Like we need to move on. We need to move on. Like to be like. Let them go, but then we say that, and Avengers Doomsday, I'm hype, and they're bringing almost everyone back, and I'm like, okay, fuck it, whatever. But that's the exception, all right? But usually, yeah, move on, close the door.
There is one thing I do want to add. So you were saying, like, how do we feel about the future of the boys? Personally, what I would like if Vault Rising did something like Better Call Saul. So, like, the first few, I don't know how many seasons is going to go on, but like, let's say for season 1, for example, we focus on like the entire past, everything like the uprising of the corporation of Vought to like how Soldier Boy got his powers or whatnot. And then maybe if it got like a second season or something, the later half of the season is kind of like a post Homelander Soldier Boy, like, what kind of like with Better Call Saul. Have y'all seen Better Call Saul?
No,
I've heard
I
of it.
haven't.
I know.
I've heard of it.
So basically, like in season 6 of Better Call Saul, it shows us like where Saul Goodman is like post Breaking Bad, because Better Call Saul takes place before Breaking Bad, but the last 4 episodes of season 6 take place after the events of Breaking Bad. So Vault Rising, I wish they could do something like that. Show us like where is Soldier Boy at, like post Homelander, post Vault. You know what I mean? That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But something tells me they're not going to go that route. But as far as the boys Mexico, I would assume it's going to be in the future. You know what I mean? I don't really know what is the context of that show or what could it be about. I mean, I don't have much of an opinion because we don't know anything about it. But if I had to give my hopes, I would hope it would take place like in the future. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I kind of want the boys universe to end because like I think we're at a point where it's kind of overstaying its welcome. And I'm not saying the show is bad or like, Gen V. I love Gen V season 1. Season 2, but I just think I don't want, because it's kind of becoming what's been making fun of. You know how I make fun of Marvel when they make so many content movies and
Or
shows.
Star
and
Wars.
like,
Or Star Wars.
Star Wars,
We're still in the same era all the time.
yeah, and it's like, hey, Eric Kripke, you're joking, you're clowning Marvel for doing that, but you guys are doing the exact same thing they're doing.
The exact
so
same thing.
what
yeah.
are we doing? So it's like, I think just if you can wrap everything up with Vault Rising and the boys Mexico and just kind of be done with it. Because what else is there to really tell with this story?
Yeah, I mean, if Vault Rising can finally close every door that we couldn't in the boys season finale, that would be great. Soldier Boy story. I don't think they're gonna do this, but maybe Gen V, or I guess Gen V, they closed it that they're in Canada now, but it's kind of, I don't know. But yeah, they're chilling in Canada. They're in the cold. Murray's not doing anything with her powers. Well, also that I was always wondering, like for example, Kimiko, like shouldn't like I was always like wondering, like for those who didn't want those powers, like could they ask Kimiko, hey, like can you get rid of my powers? I thought like maybe they would do something like that too, like like a break, because I'm pretty sure not. For example, Marie, I'm pretty sure Marie would have wished she didn't have her powers because of what happened with her parents, or maybe others too. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it could be nice to have like if Vault Rising can just conclude everything, that would be cool for for the boys. Yeah, for the boys. Sorry, yeah, for the boys. For the boys universe. But I mean, like, if it's like prequels, I'm kind of down. Like, especially like at least VOD Rising is interesting because like it's a prequel of before of like. So basically, wait, VOD Rising, like, so the first team was Payback, and this is the second team, right? Or it was even before Payback.
I think
VOD
it was
Rising
before.
before, huh? Okay.
Yeah. My guess it would be like that. It's the start how he got to the V1, how he got like treated in what was it, Russia and stuff like that. And yeah, that's what I think. But I don't know.
Okay. I wonder if we're gonna see VOD himself because probably like since it's years before, like it would be nice to see VOD himself. I know they confirm. What was the main antagonist of Gen V season 2? Like the same actor is coming back.
Godolkin?
Godolkin, Thomas Godolkin, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's there too. Like they confirmed the actor is there, Thomas Godolkin.
awesome.
So at least we
Oh,
do have
well.
Godolkin. Yeah.
Kind of makes
So we have
sense.
6 characters confirmed, and he's the sixth one. So yeah. So at least we have some stuff we that they can play with. So yeah, VOD Rising, I'm interested. Just I wasn't interested to have a full season publicity of it, but I'm interested on the show itself. So yeah. So guys, I don't know if you still have some time, but now I wanted to play like a little game with you guys. But if you don't have time, it's fine, no worries. So basically, it's gonna be who said that line. So are you guys up for like maybe 10 more minutes?
Yeah, I'm cool with 10 minutes.
Sure.
Because I
All
will
right,
have to
perfect.
hop off soon.
Yeah, no worries. Anyway, me too. I'm gonna end the stream soon.
I should probably
All right, so
sleep.
basically, I'm going to read a line, and you guys have to tell me who said that line, and it's gonna be like it could be anyone. It could be like Stan Edgar to Mr. Marathon, or of course Homelander. So let's see what if you remember correctly. All right, so I have one here. All right, who said this line? And you might want to gargle my ball sack.
Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy, good.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Yo,
That's pretty
is
sure.
TJ going to win all of this one?
Probably. I'm bad at
You
it.
never know.
All right. So another one. Crowd. The thing is, like, I had like a thing that I did, but now I lost my All right. Wait. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, because like I had a document, but it's like it says I can't read it right now, so that sucks. So I'm just trying to find quotes like on the spot. My bad, guys.
No, you're good.
Uh, anyway, you know what? I'm just gonna go by memory. I remember some of this stuff. Okay. Yeah, can you borrow my golf set? Wait. Yeah, actually, no. You know what? I'm too tired for even trying to remember all of this stuff. All right, so let's see if I can just find one. Okay, let's see
I think there should be quotes on IMDb.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
looking
Let's
at
do that. Yeah, let's do that instead. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Actually, you're right. Okay, I have some. Okay, cool. Thank you, man. All right, we have one. Don't worry, Daddy's home.
Butcher.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was about to say it.
okay.
Billy Butcher. Good.
I think I know this show a little too well.
I was gonna say Soldier Boy.
No,
Could have been.
yeah, that was Butcher. All right, the next one. Whoops. Next one. The whole point of what we do is that no one should have that kind of power.
Frenchie? I don't know. No.
I want to say Butcher again.
Close. It's one of the boys.
MM?
Huey then?
Oh, okay. What about you, Toby?
Huey?
It's one of the boys. All right.
Kimiko?
Nope. None of you got it right. So try another one.
MM?
I was gonna say never mind. Okay, next one. Next question.
I have no idea.
Starlight?
Yeah, MM. Yeah, MM. Yeah, MM. It was season 3, episode 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I said Butcher.
No, it was
first time.
MM. He
Oh,
said
it
that
was?
to his little girl, MM.
I said,
Yeah,
I
the
said
whole point
MM,
of what we
but-
do is,
oh.
yeah, okay, I can read this, is that no one should have that kind of power. Yeah. So
Mm.
everyone said MM?
I did.
Almost everyone? All right. Next one. Okay, next one. Oh, look at this. It's the invisible cunt.
Oh, Butcher.
That is, yeah, pretty much.
That was a giveaway.
That, yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, maybe the cunt. Yeah, the cunt was a giveaway. Yeah. All right.
Little bit.
Who did he say that to?
Translucent, I think, right?
To oh, what was the name of the translucent? Yeah,
It was translucent.
semi-transparent. All right, so here we have. Sometimes it's hard being superior to every single other person on the planet.
Homelander?
That's gotta be
Sometimes
Homelander.
it's hard being superior to every single.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
has
So
to be
basically,
Homelander.
sometimes it's hard. Ryan. Yeah, it is Homelander. Sometimes it's hard. Ryan being superior to every single
Okay.
other person on the
Yeah.
planet.
That makes sense.
All right, I'm the diversity hire.
Okay. Hold on.
If I read the other one, you're gonna guess it immediately. So I'm the diversity hire.
The Deep?
A Train? I don't know.
Yes, the deep. Yeah, the deep.
Oh,
So basically,
Oh,
the whole quote is "I'm a diversity hire. I'm a joke." If I would have said "I'm a joke," it was clearly the deep.
Oh, yeah.
All right, next one. Since when did hopeful and naive became the same thing?
Oh, Marie.
These two people
Huey?
that said this.
Huey?
One in season 1 and one in season 5. No, not Huey.
Wait, Marie Monroe, right?
Maria. Marie. And who said it first? Yeah, Marie, and her idol is and Annie, yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
she
okay.
she requoted Annie of what she said in season 1, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I could not
Marie.
remember. I'm pretty sure it's Annie.
Yeah, so basically here it's Annie. They say it's Annie, but I remember
Mhm.
Marie also said it in the season 5. That's why I'm like, they no. Okay, this one nope because she literally says her name. Okay, you've done a murder. Comparatively speaking, this will be a piece of cake.
Soldier Boy?
So you've done a murder. Comparatively speaking, this will be a piece of cake.
I actually have no idea.
Firecracker? No.
All right, so who committed a murder at one point? Well, I mean, a lot of people, but who innocently committed a murder?
I have
Marie?
no idea.
Huey? I don't know.
Okay, so Huey committed a murder. So who would say that to Huey?
Butcher?
Yeah. So Butcher, he said this when he killed Translucent. He said, "Well, Huey, you committed a murder, so this should be a piece of cake."
Oh.
All right, so we have this. No, this one is too long. Okay, this one it says, "You could show me some respect, a little respect."
It's gotta be Huey.
I don't know.
It's not Huey.
It's not. I have no idea.
Soldier Boy?
No. So so yeah, and if I give away the context, you'll know immediately.
I think we need.
Okay, well, okay, it's I gave her respect, something that you never give me. It was like a little bit of respect, but yeah, I gave her respect, something that you
Is that
never give
Homelander?
me. Yeah, Homelander to Stan Edgar when
Oh,
he comes when he defeats Stan Edgar for Vought companies, like thanks to Victoria Newman. Then
oh.
oh my god, all the scenes with Homelander and Stan are really good, man. How Stan never feared Homelander, bro. Stan Edgar, a really nice guy, man. All right, and last one we're gonna go with. You're simply bad product.
Oh, Stan Edgar.
Yeah, you're not a god.
Yep.
You're simply bad product. Yeah, that was
One of my favorite
one of
lines.
my
It's
nicest
also
quotes. Yeah, me too. You know, you're not. You're not. Also, like when he said, like, "Oh yeah, you could give me some respect," he's like, "Where would that go?" Like, and like he tells him everything. He's like, "So you don't deserve my respect," and that was just very clever from. That was just great writing from the writers with Stan Edgar. So yeah, unfortunately, like I said, guys, unfortunately, it sucks because I really had like a word where I put like all the lines from almost at least almost every character possible. Some were easier, some were not, but I don't know. It says like I tried really my best to open it, and it says like it's not going. But anyway, we do what we can. Like Stan Edgar said, we deal with the cards we're handled. That
Epic.
was great. Yeah, we deal with the cards we're handled. So anyway, guys, well, thank you so much for honestly being here. It was really fun to have you guys for the boys spoiler discussion. Honestly, it went how I wanted to go. You know, like just talking about the boys, talking about like what did we think. So before we leave, like I would love every single one of you tell me in some words in general. Now that the boys is done, what do you think, and what would be your rating for season 5 and for the season in general? So, who wants to start? Toby, Joel, TJ?
I think I'll go. So you want me to give
All
my
right.
rating of the season and then the entire show as a whole?
Yeah.
So for this season, I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. But for the entire series as a whole, I think I'm gonna leave it at 8.5 out of 10. I think that's a pretty fair spot for it. Still one of my favorite
Okay.
shows of all time. If it was just season 1, 2, and 3, I probably would have given it a 9.5. But I think 8.5 is fair.
All right.
For
All
me,
right.
for me, I'm gonna give it a low 5.5 as far as that final season goes.
Okay.
But as a whole, as a series, oh gosh, obviously higher than that. Um, I'd go a 7.5
Okay.
as a whole series.
All right. What about you, Toby?
So as for season 5, I'll probably go for around a 5. It's just straight 5. And then for
Okay.
the whole thing, it started as like one of my favorite shows of all time, but then it slowly derailed a lot in season 4 and 5. So I'm probably going to have to give it like a 7.9 or 8 or
Damn, 7.9.
8.1 and
Damn,
8.1 8.1.
8.11 do you want instead? 8.11. All right. Yeah, for me, I think I will go with, like TJ. Like for me, this season, I think I'll go with 7 or yeah, 7. I don't think I'll go 7.5, but 7. But as a whole, in general, yeah, 8. I think it's realistically like there was really some really high moments that I can even in season 5 there was some really nice moments. But yeah, like I said, for me, season 1, 2, and 3 were really like peak, and then like it started to derail too much. Like even in season 2, sometimes I was a bit annoyed, but it was still decent. But it was still sorry, not decent. It was still good. But yeah, season 4 or 5, I'm like, I have more. I was maybe more pickier. I don't know, but it's gonna be weird because like the boys came in a moment that I think superheroes were at their peak as well. It came in 2019, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. The boys season
Same year
1, so
Endgame came out. So they
yeah,
dropped at
exactly.
the right time.
So we had Endgame, we had the Joker, like so it came really in a peak moment, and it was so different, like it wasn't like Joker, it wasn't like Avengers, so it was very different. And honestly, that's what I'm gonna miss. The fact that it was so different. It was like I said, with no filter, like it was its own thing. And now that it's over, I'm a bit like, yeah, like what's next now for superheroes? Also, like we kind of seen a bit of I'm not. Yeah, I think it's fair. It's safe to say like we've seen a bit of a decline of superhero. Not too much. I don't believe in superhero fatigue. I just think it's just bad products that we had, so that's why people don't like it. Because like I mean, if you watch the numbers, Spider-Man, No Way Home in the supposedly fatigue era made almost $2 billion. So I think it's just bad products that we had, and people are not stupid. Like life now costs more, it's more expensive, so people are pickier. when they want to go to a movie theater and spend their money. So yeah, it's just, yeah, I'm gonna miss that era, and I feel like, yeah, it's kind of a bit sad because I'm like, yeah, now what's next? Yeah, I know it's VOD Rising, but VOD Rising, it's not The Boys, but yeah, probably another superhero show will come up one of these days. But yeah, also I think Invincible is also finishing, right? If I'm not mistaken, or it's already done, I think.
No, they're still going on. They got like what 4 more seasons before they wrap up everything.
Oh, okay,
At least
okay, okay.
Robert Kirkman said the plan is to go on for at least 8 to 9 seasons, given how huge the source
Wow.
material is. So that's the
Yeah.
plan.
Okay, so we still have Invincible, so at least we
Yeah.
we have something there, yeah. But yeah, so guys, before we go, I just wanted every one of you, if you could maybe tell people where they can find you on social medias, and also what's coming up on your channel. So we're gonna start with Toby. So just give me 1 second.
All right. So yeah. Well, you can find me at the XRRK movies, dark movies. I don't know what we name, but that where you can find me is like Twitter, X, YouTube, uh, Instagram, all over Letterbox to see my bad reviews. And yeah, I haven't really posted in a while. It's been what 10, almost a year since I posted, but I'm here right now, so I'm happy to be here. But I have, of course, there's a few things coming. I mean, I'm a filmmaker, so there's a few things coming there, and who knows? Maybe I'll, maybe I'll go for Boys Norway.
All right, y'all. Hello, hello. So my name is TJ Billups. You can find me on YouTube at TJ Billups. I'm also on Instagram at Big Ballhead Guy. Pretty fitting. But yeah, I'm mostly on obviously YouTube and Instagram. My last video was uploaded today. It was my review of The Mandalorian and Grogu, and I plan to get my review of I Love Boosters and Backrooms later this week. And yeah, I love what I do. Thank y'all for coming through and supporting.
All right, my channel is Darkroom Reviews. You can find me every single week on YouTube. I cover physical media, some trailer reactions, and lately I've been really diving into ranking videos. So yeah, channel's Darkroom Reviews. You can also find me at Darkroom Reviews on TikTok. I'm also on Instagram and sometimes on X. Uh, yeah, love talking physical media. Support physical media. Support your local movie theaters.
Yeah, so as for me, yeah, you can find me on Jason Entertainment. I'm sorry for anime fans, I didn't post because I have a big anime tournament going on, and we're like legit like in the knockout stage almost. But I forgot to put the groups, so I'm going to put the groups legit after this. It's supposed to be scheduled for 10:30, so in 1 hour. So yeah. Also today I posted my short review of Hokum, which it's been dragging there. I couldn't post it, but yeah, you should definitely go watch Hokum. I'm going to watch this weekend Obsession, so I can't wait. Finally, I can't wait to watch Obsession, and also I'm gonna watch Backrooms. I hope I can watch Passengers, but I don't know if I'll have enough time. And anyway, I heard it's not the best of out of the three, so maybe I'm gonna wait a little bit. And like I said, next week I'm planning to do a um a horror discussion of the horror films that we got so far. I think it's safe to say we're in a good era of horror movies. Also, even in Academy wise, for example, last year we had Sinners, who won some Oscars. So I think it's a very nice spot for the horror genre, and I'm pretty sure we could have some stuff for Obsession. I haven't watched the movie, but I'm pretty sure something could come up out of that movie in terms of Oscar nominations. So yeah, I just can't wait to dive in and talk about Primate, about what was the other one? 20 years later, The Bone Temple, Passenger, Obsession, Backrooms, and Hokum. So it's gonna be great. And if there's other horror movies, you can guys tell me on the comment section down below. I'll be sure to check that out. And of course, I'm going to bring. I hope the schedule will be great, but I want to bring TJ, Joel, Toby. Also, by the way, shout out to Mike. I know Mike had to go, So shout out to Mike for still being here. Like he was driving, so I'd rather him being safe than than being streaming. But thank you, Mike, for still trying to be here. And yeah, hopefully I can bring Luke Ponto for that horror debate. But it's gonna be great. So I have some names in my head, CC Clemens, for example. You guys name it. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. That's what I want. For us. So anyway, thank you so much, everyone. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to everyone here. I'm going to leave their description. Sorry, I'm going to leave their names on the description after this stream. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone who was there. Don't forget to like, and we'll see you next time. Peace, everyone.